Abdul Rahman at last.
Was there a question from chapter 39, verse 7?
Yes, that's good.
Chapter 39.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم خلقكم من نفس واحدة ثم جعل منها زوجها وأنزل لكم من الأنعام ثمانية أزواج يخلقكم في بطون أمهاتكم خلقا من بعد خلق في ظلمات ثلاث ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك لا إله إلا هو فأنى تصرفون. The translation is, He created you from a single being, then from that He made its mate, and He has sent down for you of the cattle 8 pairs. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers, creation after creation, through 3 stages of darkness. This is Allah, your Lord. His is the kingdom. There is no God but He. Whither then you are being turned away.
The translation you read, I have one suggestion, or rather I should express my disagreement with one word. Read it, I'll tell you where.
He created you from a single being, then from that He made its mate.
From that he made its mate should be strictly translated from her. He made her mate. From her, he made her mate. And this is something which gives a completely new concept to the Muslims, as against the concept which is held in the Bible. So, a slight mistake in translation will hide the message from us completely. So,
Yes.
read it.
The translation should be like this. He created you from a single being, then from her made her mate.
That's right. Created her mate.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, what's the question?
So could you kind of explain to us what is meant by min nafsin wahidatin? And
That is what I was trying to explain. Yes.
and tulumat thalatha in threefold.
You see, the nafs wahida, as referred to in this verse, is exactly what happened in the beginning of life. The biblical concept that from the side of the male, female was created, side of the Adam, is absolutely wrong. The Holy Quran says, the first He created a thing which was only female in its characteristic. And this female gave birth to other similar species, until a time came when Allah created out of her mate. And then the concept of 2 male and female members of the same species came into being. You understand the point? خَلَقَ مِنْهَا زَوْجَهَا. It's said in other place in Surah Nisa, وَخَلَقَ مِنْهَا زَوْجَهَا وَبَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا وَنِسَاءً. Her mate was created before Rajul came into being, before humans came into being. Long before, the life was already divided by Allah into males and females, but He began the life with production of females alone. Female in the sense that they gave birth and they were sufficient by themselves. So this is why they are referred to as female. Like Mary was capable of giving birth by herself without a man touching her. So it's not exactly the same way, but when you read the history of evolution, you come to the most definite conclusion that the living organisms, as they were created in the beginning, they had no necessity to meet a male, to meet any partner. They were sufficient by themselves. And because mothers bear children, who are female, so the verses of the Quran refer to that object as her, not as him. It continued to give birth to the species to which it belonged. And for millions of years it happened like that, until gradually God created a mate out of her. And then he and she began to appear on the earth. Yet humans were not created. They were created much after that. بَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا وَنِسَاءً. From these two things, God created and spread out men and women all over the world. So the concept that this division took place at the time of Adam, and from Adam's rib a mate was carved by God, so that life began to spread out. This is absolutely wrong, absolutely unscientific, absolutely un-Quranic. Before Adam and Eve, the whole world was abounding in life of different form. And when first Adam, or man, was created, he was created out of something which could be referred to as a female. Then men and women both came into being. Got it?
So what was the period between the first cell to the creation of Hazrat Adam?
What?
The period.
That period is called animal evolution.
And how many years has taken?
The animal evolution began with asexual reproduction of the species by a single member of the species, who is referred to by the Holy Quran as a female. And there was no male. Then a very long period prevailed where only that single member of the species continued to reproduce itself. And the Quran speaks of it as to repeat herself, give birth to similar members. Until a time came that from her God evolved her mate, and then it became essential for reproduction that mate should meet the other part who gave birth to him.